Born and raised in Pennsylvania Dutch country, Charles E. Snyder was the youngest of 3 Snyder boys. He was a strong-willed child whose nickname was the Block-Headed Dutchman, likely given to him by his older brothers. Chuck was always a hard worker, and after his father died when Chuck was only 10, he began working more and focusing less on school. He jokes that if his brother hadn't threatened to disown him, he likely wouldn't have gone to college. But he did, and in 1975, he graduated from James Madison University with his accounting degree and took a job with Purdue Farms. From there, he moved to D.C. and earned his CPA certificate, followed by an MBA from George Washington University. In 1980, Chuck was hired as president of Temporaries Federal Credit Union. It was here that he first experienced the power of cooperation, when a single mom on the brink of homelessness came in for a small loan for an apartment. Chuck granted the loan, and each week after that, he was reminded of its importance when she came into the bank to pay her bill and personally thank him. Co-ops helping people. It made a profound impression on Chuck. In 1983, Chuck became the National Cooperative Bank's corporate vice president and chief financial officer. At the time, NCB was only 5 years old and was struggling to transform into a cooperative owned by its members. Chuck made a significant difference. He restructured NCB's equity investments by creating multiple classes of stock and acquiring a failed Ohio thrift that has since become NCB FSB. He also engaged with various secondary market players to bring innovative financing to NCB borrowers. In 1991, Chuck was named NCB's president and CEO. Since then, he has devoted himself to building a relevant, sophisticated, and thriving financial institution that focuses on cooperative principles. Over the years, Chuck's work in the housing sector has been particularly impressive. He helped launch NCB's Road to 51 program and other creative ways to rescue cooperatives using innovative loans. He developed the Share Credit Corporation to help limited equity housing co-ops and was in the forefront of developing co-op housing for seniors in rural and urban communities in many states. In recognition, he was awarded the Jerry Voorhees Memorial Award from the National Association of Housing Cooperatives in 2007. Chuck is a visionary leader who is always inclusive. He worked with Alaskan Native corporations to help Aboriginal tribes add value to their raw resources. He helped bring purchasing cooperatives into the NCBA membership when some were reluctant to do so. And he strengthened the food co-op sector through his support of the Food Co-op 500 initiative. He is also a leader who is unafraid of a challenge. Unlike virtually all other banks, Chuck and NCB stood shoulder to shoulder with credit unions to rally for H.R. 1151 and preserve the rights of credit unions. He has remained steadfast in this support, even when proposed measures might have benefited NCB. Chuck deeply believes that co-ops are the better business model and the best way for people to exercise control over their homes, their businesses, and the services they need. Over the years, he has created a culture within NCB that supports those ideals.
We like to care. We like to care about people. We like to care about our customers. It's important that we have that connection with whomever we do business with.
In fact, NCB's mission banking ensures that a portion of its loan portfolio is dedicated to low-income cooperatives and communities. Chuck also believes that cooperatives are America's best-kept secret. He isn't someone who loves the spotlight, yet he can be counted on to be the voice of cooperatives at every turn. The Co-op 100, Day in the Life of Cooperative America, and his leadership in securing .coop are all examples of ways in which he's worked to publicize co-ops. He has given his time to organizations such as the Cooperative Development Foundation and the National Cooperative Business Association, all in an effort to promote and strengthen the cooperative way of doing business. He is also a family man who loves spending time with his wife Karen and their beautiful daughters Maggie and Anna. Summers are filled with gardening, playing with their Jack Russell Terriers, and sailing the Chesapeake Bay. Chuck Snyder's accomplishments have gone beyond building a business. For 30 years, he has consistently advocated that cooperatives are important to a healthy economy. He is known as a go-to guy, that's someone you can depend on to invest time and support to make a co-op idea a reality. His impact on cooperatives has been tremendous. For this, we honor Chuck Snyder with induction into the Cooperative Hall of Fame.